definitely 2011 really stands out as the best year of Kelly's career because she feuded against some of WWE's top divas. She got a spot in there with Trish Stratus. I mean, she did a lot in 2011, and she really proved her critics wrong because she was one of the most heavily criticized divas back 6 years ago. People thought she wouldn't last 6 months. I interviewed a lot of people on this radio show who spoke very negatively of Kelly, but in that same light, there were a lot of people, probably more, people come on this show who were very positive towards Kelly and her success and her career choice. Of course, she got the name Barbie Blank from her friends in high school. She used it as a wrestling name to introduce herself in OVW as a part of the wrestling world. Comes over to WWE because of OVW names being banned from WWE television and storylines. She adopts the name Kelly and starts off as an exhibitionist. She admits in an interview a couple of months after that she wasn't the best dancer in the world and starts competing on editions of ECW first off, going from there to SmackDown and then going to Raw. Transitioning from SmackDown to Raw. She started off on Raw, then goes to SmackDown, then goes back to Raw because of the draft lottery every year, shaking things up. And, from her appearance on all three brands of WWE, even NXT Season 3, where she mentored Naomi, who is one of the Funkettes now, on Raw as part of Brodus Clay's gimmick. He will return to action at No Way Out this Sunday. Looking forward to finding out how he matches up against David Otunga. First amount of competition, first real competition that Brodus Clay is getting. With Kelly appearing on all three shows, at least that gave her the opportunity to compete against the majority of the Divas roster. I honestly believe that because of talents like Kelly, all the Divas should be exclusive to every WWE show. It just shouldn't be a certain portion of the roster being exclusive to Raw, certain portion of the roster being exclusive to SmackDown, a certain portion of the roster being exclusive to NXT when a Divas installment of the show comes up. I think they have an incredible roster of talent. Kelly, Beth Phoenix, Karma, who's training for a return, Layla, coming back off a serious injury, which kept her out of the wrestling industry for seemingly forever. Kelly did a fantastic job promoting the Beth Phoenix Layla program, especially when she was teaming with Layla. Their history, very well documented, goes all the way back to ECW. No matter if Kelly was wrestling or she was involved in a storyline with a wrestler like Kane and The Miz, like we've seen her do in the past, she made the most of the opportunity. I mean, I would have loved to have seen where a storyline with Kane would have went back in about 2009, a storyline that was derived from what happened to them at the 2008 Slammy Awards. I think that, Kelly was a tremendous diva in the wrestling industry. I am one who reviewed her, a mixture of ways. One week I'd be reviewing her negatively, one week I'd be reviewing her positively, and some weeks I wouldn't even review her at all. But, with the negativity and all the positive things I had to say about Kelly, I still loved everything she did. I know there were a lot of people out there who listen to this show, and a lot of people who follow my blogs and have followed me on Twitter and joined the conversation on my Facebook page, who have heard me talk very negatively about Kelly. And, you don't really have that much many positive things to say about me. But the thing is, I looked at Kelly's career for what I saw. Kelly was someone who came into the wrestling industry, had no knowledge of the wrestling business. She was there for looks and to sell sex in the WWE, and she did that. And that's why she kept her job with WWE for as long as she did. When she first started off, she wasn't that great of a wrestler. She wasn't that great of a manager. She seemed to just have a dance gimmick, similar to a Nitro Girl back in the 90s, who didn't have much to do with a storyline in WCW. She was very similar to a number of the Nitro Girls, like Fire and Chase and Kimberly, when they first got their starts in WCW. And then Kimberly went from being a Nitro Girl into a valet for Diamond Dallas Page. Then she turns on DDP and joins up with Eric Bischoff in the New Blood at the final Spring Stampede in 2000. We have seen so many incredible divas make incredible transitions through the years. Trish Stratus is a perfect example of this, who Kelly was very fortunate to work with. Trish Stratus comes in as a manager and a valet, makes an incredible transition from a manager and a valet into a wrestler full-time, gives us an incredible 7 years. Kelly is one who's made a tremendous transition from being a manager and a valet, starting off being the manager of Mike Knox. She was also doing some work with Andrew Martin, her real-life boyfriend, before he passed away on the last few years of ECW. I think that she was incredible as a manager and a valet. She was slow starting off, but then she makes this phenomenal transition from being a manager and a valet to an in-ring competitor. She started off slow inside of the ring, but by I'd say about 2008, Kelly started to improve a lot. She started using a lot of aerial offense. There's one wrestling match that I should throw up here for you as a reference on our radio form for you to watch on YouTube.com. It's the match she had with Beth Phoenix at the 2011 Night of Champions pay-per-view for the Divas Championship. It was the second time she knocked off Beth Phoenix, but the thing that I want you to take a look at in this video is the amount of aerial offense that Kelly exuberates and illustrates in the match. She does so many high-flying maneuvers in this match that it's absolutely unbelievable. More high-flying maneuvers coming from Kelly in this match than any other match in the past 5.5 years I've seen Kelly do. At that point in time, in about September of 2011, I believe that Kelly was really improved. It was an entirely different Kelly from what I was seeing back in 2006. She was just merely somebody who would come out in a 6-on-6, 7-on-7, 8-on-8 Divas tag team match and kind of just stand on the apron for the majority of the match. The 2008 Survivor Series is a perfect example of that. There was a Divas elimination match. Kelly got one spot inside of the ring. She eliminated Victoria, and then she was eliminated by, I believe, by Beth Phoenix, her opposition in the 2011 program we saw with Kelly and Beth over the Divas Championship. Another example of that would have been in Backlash of 2000, and I believe it was 2008, when Triple H won the WWE Championship in April of 2008 and held it for a number of months, representing the SmackDown side of things for WWE. There was a Divas Tag Team match that had everybody from Kelly to Ashley to Maria to Mickie James, and Kelly got one spot in the match, but the thing about it was Kelly was just spending the majority of the match on the apron, waiting to be tagged in. Eventually gets a spot inside of the ring, lasts about 45 seconds in there, and that's how much improved she's become over the last number of years. She's gone from someone who just stood on the apron to somebody who really brought it inside of the ring. That's why I'm hoping Kelly hangs on. I mentioned in my blog that I was saddened about Kelly leaving the wrestling industry, and that she was one of the only reasons that I was following the WWE product entirely, because I really wanted to keep up with what she was doing. I thought she was offering an incredible amount of talent to the Divas roster. She's similar to Candice in a lot of ways. Candice comes in for her looks. It takes her a number of years to make a decision to become an in-ring competitor, and she goes from being just a valet to being somebody who is a phenomenal in-ring competitor and a former women's champion. And Kelly's the same way. Comes in for her looks, makes this phenomenal transition. Kelly can say she's done a lot. She's done a lot of stuff quicker than a lot of divas. It took Sable years before she ever became a women's champion. She was the first women's champion in years to win a championship at a pay-per-view. Jacqueline winning the first women's championship in about a decade, and then Sable taking it off her at the 1998 Survivor Series Deadly Game. She did a lot of stuff quicker than a lot of divas. She did a lot of stuff quicker than Trish Stratus, quicker than Terry Reynolds. She definitely excelled to greatness, and she deserves a lot of credit for what she did. And I also mentioned in my blog about the future of Kelly that, I'm saddened because I don't know where she's going to go from here. Rumors are going around that she's going to be involved with reality television. There's another rumor going around that she's going to be involved more heavily with Maxim magazine, probably appearing on more covers, have more articles publicized about her. That's good too, but the thing you have to be wondering in the back of your mind is, especially if you're Kelly, is am I going to receive just as much publicity as WWE were giving me? I mean, WWE were providing her with a fantastic forum and a fantastic opportunity. I mean, she was receiving offers for magazine photo shoots and magazine covers. She had appeared on the cover of WWE magazine in December of 2006 for the holiday issue. And, you know, she was incredible. She was getting so many incredible opportunities, but will she have those much opportunities when she, you know, leaves WWE? You know, that leads me to believe that she's going to want to hang on for a number of years to come. I really want to see the best out of Kelly Kelly, because I think you can get that out of Kelly Kelly. The thing was, you know, I enjoyed her Divas Championship run. But she could have had better opponents and better competition. I mean, yeah, she defended the championship against Brie Bella, a feud that could have went on for an additional 3 or 4 months over the Divas Championship if you wanted. But what she should have done with Kelly Kelly's 4 to almost 5 month reign as the Divas Champion is give her a different opponent every month. You could start it off with Brie Bella cashing in on a rematch clause, then have a match against Beth Phoenix at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and then go to Night of Champions and probably throw her in the ring against Michelle McCool. You know, she should have had different opponents instead of having the same 2 or 3 opponents over the period of 4 to 5 months. That's the one thing I didn't agree with the whole Kelly Kelly as Divas Champion thing. Yes, she represented the Divas division with class even before she won the Divas